Hey guys, so today I decided to do a one-on-one talk with you guys. I decided to talk about money and my views on getting money, making money, having money, seeing money, and what do I think money is about. Money for me is interesting because money for me is very interesting because I look at it as almost like an evil thing, not because I don't know how to explain. Look at money, and when I think about money, I think of it like a consumption. Money for me is like this thing that just consumes everybody. You can't get enough of it. You can't get rid of it. Well, you can get rid of it, but you get it because you give it out. But you can't get enough of it. And I feel like that money just has always been such a valuable material and product that sometimes I feel like it's not enough to go around. And when I view money is like, I feel like money has taken away from everyone's happiness. Like nowadays when I see people, I'm like, do you like your job? They're like, no, it's okay. I'm like, why are you working there then? It pays good. But why should somebody have to sacrifice their happiness just to make sure they have enough money to put food on the table, enough money to pay off rent or mortgage or house? I feel like that should not be the case anymore. Yes, money's always good to have, and I love to have money, but it's like, why has it become so crazed that we somehow can't live without money? We can't do anything without money. Like, what happened to those days when you used to go to the movies and it used to be like so cheap? Back then, obviously, it probably was more money back then, but things cost a ridiculously amount. Like having a cell phone bill, having internet, cable, you have to pay, like, for example, you have to pay rent, you have to buy food. Like, you don't make enough money nowadays to even really just live. And I find that's ridiculous. In order for us to live in today's society, you need to have a good income. You need to have money. Just any source of money, the way you get it. And that's what I think is crazy. I think that people base their lives and their futures around how to make money. Like, no one goes out and is like, let's just have a good time. But wait, I'm broke. I can't go out because if we want to go get food, if we want to do something, it always costs money. Everything costs money. Like, you just sitting in your house with the lights on, you spend money. And I find that that's crazy ridiculous. I find that people at a young age, like, even for me, when I was at a young age, I was like, oh my god, what's going to happen in the future? How am I going to afford this? How am I going to afford that? What am I going to do? How am I going to go to school? And it's like, I can't do any of that because somehow I need this thing called money. I need this thing called cash and coins. And how do you do anything anymore? And I wish sometimes we could go back and, I don't even know, like, okay, Stone Age is a little crazy, but money, currency has been around forever. But somehow I wish we could kind of turn back time. I wish I could turn back time. No. I wish we could just kind of not surround our life with money. But in order to do that, we have to go back years and decades and eons ago just to really get the idea of what money means to somebody. And the scary thing is that we rely on money so much that without it, we feel like there's nothing. We are done for. It's over. I feel bad for those people who are homeless and stuff, because to be honest, at any time in life, one of us, any of us, even me, could be homeless. Because the way how money works and how much we take in and how much we have to give out, it's a very scary thought, because you can have money like this and something could happen, something horrific, tragic, just anything. It doesn't even have to be like that. But you can lose everything. You can lose a house, you can lose everything, just over the idea of not having enough money. And how crazy does that sound, that you can lose everything over money? You can get anything you want, that's great, but how long does that last? Money always runs out. And yes, the idea that they can just always print more and we can always get more because the people are going to print it. But realistically, you as an individual can run out of money. The world may not run out of money, maybe one day, but you as an individual can. And that's the scary thing. I work a lot, not a lot as like other people, but I work enough for myself, and seeing how much money I make in and how much I have to put out from bills or groceries or pet stuff, it's kind of crazy, because it's like, I'm not making enough money to bring that money out. And it's like, when I have to bring that money out, my whole paycheck will be gone, for example, and then I'm like scraping by. It's like, how am I going to pay for this? But to wake up every day and having to just think about, oh my God, I got to pay this bill coming up. Will I make the bill payment? Do I have to get another job? That is scary. Like, what a way to go on with life. I see people around who have to have 3 or 4 jobs just to survive and just to be able to afford things or live or pay for things that they have or have to keep up with, or if they have kids or anything. And to me, that is very sad. I feel bad for just that whole situation, because you're running yourself into the ground. And those people that I know who have to work 7 days a week and have to work 2 jobs and just live off of that, it's very sad, because money has run their life. They have no life. Nothing, like, they don't even have time for family, because all you do is have to worry about making money. And that is very sad too. Those people out there who have families and all they have to do is work, and they lose time with their family. Like, what does that do for them in the future? They're older and they missed out on so much because you can't do anything without money. You can't live. Like, why can't we have time? Like, yes, you can't exactly get rid of money, because then there's, I don't know how things would exactly function. In my head, it would work out, but in reality, most likely not. But if things didn't cost as much as they did, and yes, there's pros and cons to that, but if things didn't cost as much as they did, and we worried more about our happiness than the idea of making money and how we can survive without having less, it's sad. And I hope one day maybe somehow that will happen. But for example, January, minimum wage is going up to, I think, $14. Yay, hooray, we have more money. But boo, everything else is going to go up. So that money that we are making, $14 an hour minimum wage, everything else is going to go up in price. And realistically, we can't afford anything. Like, in my day now, like, yes, I'm in my 20s, but I can't even afford to buy a house on my own. And I can't afford a lot of things because I can't get my hands on enough money and then be able to save it, but be able to pay everything back. Like, that's ridiculous. You're trying to save money, but then you have to pay everything back. That's crazy, right? Like, I know so many people who want to do amazing things. Oh, my cats. That's not good. Oh my God, who's pushing the tripod over? I know many people who want to do amazing things in their lives and different jobs. But I'm like, why don't you do it? Go pursue it. Do it. Like, that's a great idea. I don't have enough money to do that. Or it doesn't pay enough. How am I going to live? And it's like, really? Like, yes, living, a big thing that, one, we need to worry about. How are we going to get shelter overhead? Yes, amazing, big thing. But let's sacrifice our happiness. Let's sacrifice our mood, and whoever else is around us has to see how we feel every day and visualize our emotions and listen to our complaints about how unhappy we are. And that's all because society has lost the will to live without money. Money rules our life, and that is a disgusting and inhabited thing that we have to live with. And I find that I just find that so wrong. I'm not trying to say that we shouldn't buy things that we like in some way. Maybe I'm contradicting myself. But yes, we all need things. And yes, maybe I didn't need 2 cats. Ooh, sorry, honey. He coughed. But if I don't even know. Like, I want to say, if we rally up and go to the government and the president and be like, things shouldn't cost us money. Money should not rule our lives. Money should not run our lives. We should not owe debt to money. We owe our life to money. Without money, who are we? But realistically, like, I want to say there's, like, a cure, an answer to that kind of thing, but there isn't. So it scares me that for the rest of my life and my kids' life and my children after children, their mindset is not, I want to be a dancer. I want to be a teacher. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's, will that job pay me enough money? Will I be able to survive on less? If I take that job and be a photographer or photographer, will that pay me enough? And that is sad. Like, there's little things I want to do, and it's like, to myself, I try not to think about it, but it's very hard not to. Will that thing that I want to do be able to support me? And it's like, I want to do something that makes me happy, and I can't even do that because all I have to think about is, will I be able to pay the bills? Will I be able to survive? It shouldn't be like that. It should be, I love going to work. It should be, I can't believe I can hang out with my friends and do something and not worry that money is my top priority. Like, maybe, yes, in kids, it's a very young thing. They should not be thinking about that. I hope to God little kids and some teenagers don't have to think about that. But when you get older, I feel like all that fun time and the fun memories and everything of what you want to be and do and things you want to see, it's like, it goes away because your mind is just filled with the idea of making money. People listening to this might be like, what's she talking about? She's so crazy. But if you look back and really think about how much you spend and how much you make and how much you try to save and realize what you do if you go on trips and stuff and how much money you're coughing up, like, you realize you can't do anything without that money. Like, stop for a day, a few days. I give you like a challenge. For 3 days, I don't know if you can do it for a week, do not spend money at all. It is so difficult to do that. If one, you need to buy lunch, go home, make lunch, or if you need to buy groceries, or you need to take the bus, like, you can't do anything because every single thing you do, from transportation to food to shelter to having fun, is based on money. It costs this much money, you make this much money, in, out, in, out. It's like non-stop. Like, it's for me, it's disgusting. I don't want to use the word, but it's very sad because growing up, I didn't always have like money to spend. And yes, I started working at a really young age. But it was just sad because as I got older, I still realized that money ruled my life and my family. And if we didn't have money, where would we be? And I'm not saying I'm rich or anything. I live in a little apartment, but it's the idea is that, like, just seeing how hard and stress my family or any family works, and how miserable they come home every day because they hate their job, but it pays good or it pays enough to put food on the table, is very saddening to me. And I just can't believe that that's how our world has come to be and how society lets it happen. We as citizens in this world and we as people in this world allow this to happen. And to be honest, there's not much we can do to stop that. And that's because we let it get that far. We can't do anything. If we stopped in our tracks and realized and looked in the future of how money has consumed us and how we can see that we can't survive without it, maybe something would have changed. Maybe people would have worked together as a unit instead of individually, and work together and realize what they could do as a unit. But no, we are not like that. We are very individual people, unless we're in cliques, but we're very individual people, and it's just how we can make money and what we can do with it. And I make more money than you, so I have better things than you. But it's, if we look past that and really thought through what could happen, maybe we would not be in this mess. But it's always going to be a maybe, and a maybe, a why, a hope. But there's not much we can do. So for me as a person and as an individual, I try to see what I can do with my life without money. And not let money ruin and run my life. I don't want to wake up every day just feeling shitty that I can't do things because I don't have money. I don't want to wake up every day being like, I can't live because I don't have money. I want to wake up every day knowing that I'm okay. I don't need money to I don't need money to run my life. I have other ways and other strategies. But that can only maybe be a dream. But hopefully one day, somewhere, we as a unit will think of something. But it's looking far out. Like, people may not understand this video, but you need to really step back and look at it. And yes, maybe there's no solution to this, but maybe there's little things in the world that we can do and step back and view and step up to those people who make money run our lives, if that makes any sense. But for now, I am leaving it at that. If you have any questions or anything that you think I'm saying crazy, please comment below. You can also send me a snap about the question, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything. I know it's going to be very confusing to understand, and my rant is really random and fast, but I just get so angry that we are letting this little paper, this little, well, not plastic, this little plastic thing run our lives, and I find that's disgusting, and I find that we show that we are inadequate, and we show that we are this little thing and money is this big thing, and money just eats away our soul. For now, that is everything. I hope you enjoy this. Please comment again below. See you guys soon. Love yourself. Bye.